Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Tarot Talk. I'm Tommy, and I am so excited to guide you through this week's reading. Now, we're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread here, but first, I want to take a look at, or at least chat about here, what's going on in the cosmos and the energy surrounding us. Whoops, I got one that wants to break out here. All right. The highlight of this week's Cosmos is that on Wednesday there's going to be a full moon. Now that's going to start out in Leo, but it's going to move into your sign Virgo while it's still full. This is going to bring a powerful mix of confidence and practicality, and it's going to be urging you to ground your dreams in action here. Now, the full moon opposes the sun and Mercury in Aquarius, so that's going to be creating tension between your logical mind and your emotional intuition. Now, balance is going to be key this week, Virgo, and adding to the intensity, the full moon is also in a tricky kind of relation to Neptune in Pisces, which can bring about some confusion or maybe some illusions. So it's going to be important to stay grounded and to double check the details before making any big decisions. Um, yeah, it's going to be an exciting week, especially around the middle of the week. It should really be ramping up. Now, Monday and Tuesday, just to kind of recap the whole week, Monday and Tuesday, you're going to want to tap into your intuition here. Make sure you're tapping into your creativity, but also watch for power struggles. Wednesday, you're going to want to spend that time kind of releasing what no longer serves you, again, with that full moon. This one looks like he wants to come out too. Thursday and Friday, I'd say focus on organization, self care, and even trusting your instincts. And then Saturday and Sunday, you're going to work on balancing relationships here. Make sure you're spending a lot of time on communication in those relationships too. Okay. So, with all of that said, let's get started on your spread for this week. Hey there, just a quick pop in to ask that you please like this video if it resonates with you, but also please make sure to subscribe to the page. Remember, it costs nothing to subscribe, and it's a really simple way to help grow Tarot Talk. I sincerely enjoy bringing your weekly message to you from the universe, and your free subscription will allow me to continue doing that week after week. Virgo, I have an important announcement here. After I had started your reading, the oracle cards that I had ordered showed up, and I was so excited that I decided I would stop. I figured, I think this is the sign that you're meant to be the first sign. This is my universal sign that you're meant to be the first sign that needs to hear something from these oracle cards. So I actually stopped your reading and spent the day yesterday getting to know my cards and kind of bonding with them. And so I'm going to start over on your reading here. These are such beautiful cards I've been waiting for. You see the Cosmic Wisdom Oracle card here and the Akashic Records Oracle card. So I just can't wait here to get to those. So we're going to do your normal Celtic cross spread reading here. And then at the end, we're going to draw one of these Oracle cards and see what further clarification we can get or guidance or how it'll turn, kind of tie everything together for us. So excited about that. Let me see. Can't even figure out how I want to arrange everything here. Okay, let's start off with where you're at right now. Okay, you've got the Three of Wands. You can see here that there's a figure. He's standing on the cliff. He's looking out at, if you see these little dark dots, those are ships. And he's watching those sail to the horizons. It's symbolizing foresight, symbolizing expression, but also symbolizing waiting for rewards. So one might say waiting for your ships to come in. This would indicate to me that you're in a planning phase right now. So there's some big opportunities on the horizon. Make sure you're staying proactive and keep your eyes kind of on the long-term goals here. New investments could pay off for you. So make sure we're trusting instincts here and that you're taking calculated risks. That said, I'm getting this feeling of don't put all your eggs in one basket and make sure you're researching any new investment opportunities. Um, but do make sure, on the same note, to kind of think big and to dream and to plan for the future right now. So the Three of Wands is kind of the universe's way right now of saying the world is your oyster. So grab your binoculars, start charting your journey and planning that next adventure. As far as your obstacle card goes here, you've got the Page of Pentacles. So here you see this young figure. He's holding this pentacle up, which is again symbolizing new beginnings. The bigger meaning of this card, though, is learning. So, kind of taking a balanced approach and making sure whatever this new journey is or this expansion is, you're going to want to take some time to make sure to learn all that it is. Maybe it's something that you're really new to and you don't know much about. So make sure you're checking out resources, leaning on mentors if you need to. This kind of lack of confidence can be overcome by learning something. I'm not sure that I'm saying that clearly, but if you're a little bit hesitant about taking the next step, get online, do some research, or talk to somebody who's been there is what I'm getting here. Again, it kind of symbolizes starting with financial goals that are smaller. So once again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Be patient with it. Be focused on building that solid foundation, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, so in your subconscious here, you've got the Ace of Swords. Now, this is a great card to have. It's this hand here that's holding this glowing sword. It symbolizes clarity, truth, and breakthroughs. Like this hand coming kind of out of nowhere here is either an idea that may be presented to you from somewhere that you weren't expecting it, maybe a new assignment at work or something, or you could be inspired even by your own thought. So if you've been kind of manifesting lately for something new or a new direction in life, this could be the breakthrough that you're waiting for. It could be coming from within right now. It tells me that there's going to be clarity around financial decisions. Those will come easy to you after you do a little bit of homework here. What I love about the Ace of Swords and how I always think of it is I think of it like cutting through things, right? So cutting through confusion, cutting through kind of unknown things, not having the right education for it, cutting through illusions, seeing the truth. Again, really embracing that mental clarity there. In your recent past, you've got the moon. So here there's this moonlit path, and there's this crawfish that's emerging from the water here. And it's symbolizing intuition, illusions, and even some hidden truth there. Kind of like this path was there, but it was in the dark, and now the full moon is casting its light and kind of showing the way here. So you might have been recently navigating some uncertainty or confusion, but this is the universe's way of telling you to trust your instincts. They've been guiding you well. So you've got the wisdom within you here, and you've also got the resources around you to learn how. So I would say stay cautious, avoid impulsive decisions, but don't be afraid to embrace new decisions also. It looks like you've been exploring your subconscious, so keep trusting that intuition as you move forward. Now, interestingly enough, of course, as I mentioned, there is a full moon this week. So with the full moon moving from Leo into Virgo, really the theme here is going to be amplified a bit, that hidden intuition and hidden truths. So this week I would say trust your gut. Don't do it from an uneducated standpoint, but do trust your gut on these new things that are going to be coming through for you here. Let's take a look at what's going on in your conscious mind, what you are aware of. And this is the Six of Pentacles here. So you can see that there's this figure. He's holding these scales, but he's also distributing these coins to others. So this card symbolizes a lot of generosity, but it also symbolizes balance. So generosity and balance here. It also symbolizes both giving and receiving. So you could be playing either part of the card here. You could be receiving the generosity or you could be handing out the generosity. Uh, it's really telling me that you're aware of the importance of teamwork, maybe in this new project or this new investment or this new endeavor that you're going to be going on. Uh, but it's also saying to share your resources and your knowledge with others. So, from a financial standpoint, you need to have practice balance right now as best you can, but also be generous. Or if you're on the receiving end, know when to ask for help if needed. So don't let your pride kind of stand in the way. If you're going through a rough patch and you need a little bit of help, this would be the week to ask for that help, respectively. But again, if you are in the position of being the one that's able to be generous and help others, do know that this is really symbolizing that that's going to come back to you tenfold. So don't give everything away, but as far as you can afford to help others, it is going to come back to you if you take that step this week. It's also saying make sure that we're practicing gratitude here. That's been showing up in a lot of readings this week too. So make sure that you're taking a few minutes each day, whether you're in the best moment of your life or maybe some of the worst moments of your life. Take some time to really, 5-10 minutes a day just to say your thanks, speaking to the universe, speaking to spirit, pray if you're a praying person, whoever it is, whatever entity it is that you look up to and give thanks to, make sure to really make that a priority this week of giving thanks, because even that gratitude is going to come back to you tenfold here. All right, let's see what's going on in your near future. And there it is coming back to you. So here you've got the Knight of Cups, and he is riding here on this horse, obviously, but the horse isn't speeding along like it is in some of the other Knight cards. It's really just kind of doing this like trot. I always like to say it's just strutting, right? And that's really symbolizing creativity, emotional exploration, and maybe even some romance coming in your near future here. Now, I don't think it's a major coincidence that that's coming in on Valentine's Day, although I'll say yours is the first reading, I think, this week that has really had something so profound related to Valentine's Day. So that's really kind of cool for you. It could just mean that there's a new opportunity, or again, this creative project that's coming your way. Again, inspiration kind of out of nowhere here, but it's going to be even a romantic idea, right? So whatever this new thing is coming in that you're thinking about exploring, you're really going to kind of fall in love with the idea, which is great. Just make sure to not forge ahead without understanding what it is that you're doing here. Be open to unconventional financial opportunities. Remember, sometimes the best ideas come from within. As I stated earlier, this Ace of Swords, that could be your own inspiration. So whatever it is you're thinking of doing here, just really have fun with it. Love it. Fall in love with the idea. Follow your heart. Explore your emotional depths. It's really the universe's way right now of saying love is in the air, so get ready for some romantic or creative vibes this week. How you see yourself, you've got the Chariot. Here you see this figure, and he's riding the chariot that's pulled by two sphinxes. It's symbolizing determination. It's symbolizing control. And this is one of my favorite cards. It's really symbolizing forward motion here. Okay, so you're seeing yourself as this driven and capable leader in whatever this project is. I would say use that confidence and use it to tackle the challenges, okay, whatever obstacles you're having here. You're in control not only of your kind of work, career, project destiny, but really you're in control of your financial destiny here as well. So stay disciplined and focus on your goals. Again, don't be afraid to take risks. Make sure they're calculated risks and that you understand them. You're kind of harnessing your willpower here. So you're harnessing that determination is what I'm getting. So keep moving forward. You're unstoppable this week, it seems. Let's see what your external forces are. So this is the world. It can be the universe. It can be the people around you. Not the world card. This is the Six of Cups. But when it's in this position, this is kind of all of those outside of you. Okay, the Chariot's within you, but this is your surroundings coming in, and it can be near or far. So what you're seeing here is you've got these two figures. All right, they're exchanging these cups, and they're in this really kind of old-timey, nostalgic scene. So it's symbolizing childhood memories, innocence, and even some reconnecting with the past here. So it might be a time where you might be getting this inspiration from, or wanting to do this new project, is maybe revisiting an old idea that you've already had. Maybe you've had this idea for a while and you've kind of put it off and put it off, but now all of a sudden you're like, I was thinking about starting this new business or this new side hustle or something, and there's just something that's kind of coming out of nowhere that's telling you it's time to do it. The universe is reinforcing that. Yep, now is the time. Now, it could also be in the learning phase here, maybe reaching out to a past connection. Maybe you had a mentor that really offered you a lot of support. Maybe there was even a boss or a team, a coworker that you had in the past who you really looked up to. You might be getting the opportunity to work with them again. It could be either literally that they have an opportunity that they want you to come back and consider, or it could just be that you need them to mentor you through this situation and you need that guidance a little bit. So, make sure to kind of, again, sometimes new ideas can come from the past. Um, Old wisdom holds the key to future success. There we go. Um, Also, don't forget from like a personal growth level, don't forget to reconnect with your inner child. Sometimes um, it's again, you got to look back to go forward. So don't live in the past, but maybe look back and draw from the past. So if there was some type of joy or something that you really loved, there was like, think of some of the best times in your life, and really don't just think about whatever event or that one singular thing at that moment. Like, spend a little time reflecting on it, kind of peeling back the layers of that onion, and really think like, what was going on in my life then that I could draw from to use and to bring that energy into the present to make everything that I want to do really prosper here. What lessons have I already learned, or when was I the happiest? Good and bad lessons. Okay, let's look at your hopes and fears. So this is the world. Um, you've got this figure here that's dancing inside of this wreath, or kind of doing a dance in the air, if you will. The wreath here is symbolizing completion. This person being happy floating there is fulfilled. There's this wholeness about them again with the wreath. You've got the fixed signs here showing up. So I, for me, whenever I see this card, and this may not be the literal but this is kind of from my own interpretation and my own intuition is telling me that whenever I see this card come up, it's kind of the world is at your feet. You're on top of the world. She's in the sky here, kind of in the clouds. So I think what you're hoping to do is achieve this major milestone, right? Or you want to complete this big project. This is the universe's way of reinforcing that you are on the right path here, or you soon will be. Okay, this week. If you're not yet, you very soon will be. Um, it does reflect financial success and stability. So, again, if that's maybe asking for the help that you need, it is going to come in that form. Or if you're being generous, you're going to, again, get it back tenfold here. It's also reminding us, though, to celebrate your achievements, right? Again, so you might need to look to the past a little bit, and it could even be just the recent past, but we need to make sure we're taking the time to celebrate ourselves, okay? Now, don't stop. Keep planning for the future in that, but make sure to show gratitude even to yourself here. You're reaching a point of fulfillment. So really, it's this kind of, as you're going down this path this week, make sure to take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. All right, let's take a look at the outcome here. You've got the Four of Cups. Now, here you've got the figure. He's sitting under the tree, and he's really staring at these three cups here, but he's kind of uninterested in them, or not really super happy about them. There's also this fourth cup that's really coming out of nowhere here, just kind of being handed to him. Again, this is a second card that you for sure have something that says it's coming out of nowhere. Um, but it's almost like he doesn't see what's right in front of him, right? He's sitting here and he's got his arms folded and he's kind of almost pouting that he's not happy with what he's got in these 3 cups because maybe they're not full or they're not the right flavor. Who knows what it is, but there's this other thing that's coming in that's like, hey, we're here. Make sure to pay attention to what is right in front of you at the time. So you may feel unmotivated. You might feel a little bit stuck in a routine here. So again, you're going to want to take a moment to reflect and think about what new opportunities are you missing out on? What's coming in that's right in front of you here, being lit by the moon, this kind of Knight of Cups coming in. You've got all this energy of things coming in. Are you seeing everything? Are you seeing the full potential in what this could be? I would say practice mindfulness here. If you are feeling disconnected, once again, this is the time this week, if you're not doing it already, to make sure you're spending that time meditating, journaling. Make sure you're really realigning with those goals and that you're getting everything planned and you've got your binoculars out and you're mapping out this strategy and that you're doing things the right way, which again can be a lot of looking within, right? And looking to the past. I mean, you don't have to spend hours meditating or journaling. If you've got 10 to 20 minutes a day, I'd like to believe even of those of us that are just crazy busy and trying to get everything done, you can still squeeze in 20 minutes. I'm one, I like to meditate in the morning. I journal after I meditate. So maybe that's the time, kind of before the rest of the world. I get up early to do that just to make sure that my phone's not ringing and I'm not getting blown up by whatever. But maybe the evening works better for you after everybody goes to bed. Whatever it is, just find those few minutes to kind of express that gratitude. Okay, let's take a look at your, and not missing what's in front of us. Your shadow card is what I want to take a look at. Okay, so here you've got the Four of Wands. So this is a celebratory scene here. You've got the Four Wands. They're forming this canopy, and you've got all these people celebrating in the background. So, of course, it is symbolizing celebration, but it's symbolizing stability with this castle here, that things are on a solid foundation, that you're building a solid foundation here, which is great. With this going on in the background, it means that you're already aware of at least some of the things that I've told you today. So keep building on that foundation. Once again, it's saying celebrate your wins. Sometimes that might need to be what you need to get interested in this new project. You've worked hard to get to where you're at today, so make sure to appreciate yourself for that because you did that work. And you're going to have this stable and fulfilling life here. Okay, so to recap all that, and then I promise we're going to jump into these 2 oracle cards right after that. So, recapping your week, you've got the Three of Wands here that's showing that you're planning for big opportunities, but the Page of Pentacles here is reminding you to embrace the learning process. You've got the Ace of Swords, okay, and the Moon here, which again, I just love when a full moon shows up when there's a full moon. Oh, gets me so excited. It's like everything's really, really showing up for you there. But that's going to highlight both your clarity and your intuition there, okay? The Six of Cups is going to symbolize generosity, both giving and receiving. But the Knight of Cups here is going to bring your creative or your romantic energy, not injury, energy. And then you've got the Chariot here, and you've got the Six of Cups. Those are going to emphasize determination and reconnecting with the past and drawing from that past energy. Now, the World of Cups, the world and the Four of Cups here are going to signify fulfillment, mindfulness, and then you've got the Four of Wands here, which invites you to celebrate your achievements. So don't forget to appreciate the world around you, but also appreciate yourself. Okay, let's take a look at this cosmic wisdom. Now, I did shuffle these before when I laid them out, but let's just, now that we've got this energy from your tarot here, and find out what does the cosmic wisdom oracle cards, what do they have to say about this week for you? Here we go. This is the one. The Sun. All right. So the Sun, you radiate with inner light, confidence, and authenticity. Just as the sun lights up the sky, your presence brightens the lives of those around you. That's a pretty cool message, especially when we're talking about you being a leader and reaching out to times past to learn from that. So it's really saying that you're charismatic here. Again, there's some romance in the air. You kind of light up the room this week, and you brighten the lives of those around you. That's really cool. Now let me shuffle these. Again, I did shuffle these before. They're brand new cards, so they're a little bit challenging to shuffle. You know what? I feel like that's the one. Okay, this one says, speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So again, there might be something here in the past that you're wanting to draw from that you weren't letting go, and that's not letting you move forward on this journey. So make sure to speak up on what it is that you need to do to move on and to release that. I think it's also really tying to this Six of Pentacles here, because remember that one was saying that don't be too prideful to not ask for help if you need it, whether it's financially or it's just learning in general. Again, reaching out to the past. So I think that's tying into speak up, the help to move forward on your journey and to really embark on this new endeavor here, or these new opportunities that you have. You can get the support that you need. You just have to speak up and ask for it. That's what I'm getting from that one. So Virgo, remember the full moon is in your sign this week, or going to be in your sign this week. So it's a really powerful week to trust your intuition, embrace your new beginnings, trust the journey, Virgo, and make this week amazing. I'm so excited for you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you next week.